Hey, it's me. And I want to talk about one issue that was talked about in the debate, and Trump was really strong on it. And that's this whole Bush-McCain-Graham axis. You know, these rhinos that are so liberal on amnesty and the economy, trade pacts, because they're bought and paid for. So they don't really do what is in the national interest. And because they're so liberal on so many issues, they want to compensate by being insanely pro-war, meaning just get into any kind of war, anywhere, anytime, and constantly have some enemy, because I believe their donors are in the defense industry, and it's a lot of money, and these people have a career of decades and decades because of those donors. So Lindsey Graham, John McCain, all the Bushes, they're so beholden to these defense industry special interests that they don't care about the national interest. So for example, now they just follow Obama. They want to get rid of Assad in Syria, but also attack ISIS. And oh, Russia's the biggest enemy, and wow, so many enemies, and we have to have troops there. I even saw Jeb Bush talking about his team in Syria, and it's a Free Syrian Army. John McCain also supports them. But their real name is the Islamic Army, and they behead people just like ISIS does. These people are also animals. But if you call them Free Syrian Army, they sound so amazing, fantastic. And of course, right away you're thinking about the Mujahideen in Afghanistan, helping them to fight Russia, but in the end, all you did is create Al-Qaeda. But this Bush-McCain-Graham axis has been there for decades, and now in the media all you see, especially on Fox News, is how popular Bush is in South Carolina. I don't think so. I think it's a myth that these people are pushing. Lindsey Graham, he had 0 in the polls in his own state, where he's a senator. And these people always stick together. You always see Lindsey Graham with John McCain, and then they're always supporting the Bushes. But it's a myth, and I believe that in the voting you will see that people will massively go for Donald Trump and shatter the myth of the Bushes and the Rhinos and Lindsey Graham and John McCain, who, by the way, these idiots have been there for decades, and the situation for veterans has never been this bad. It's like they don't do anything. They don't work. They don't do anything. And it's really aggravating to see them pointing the fingers like, you're not conservative. So these rhinos are so liberal on amnesty, like John McCain, but then try to compensate. But it doesn't work anymore. You know, this worked for decades, but something changed. And it's 2016 now. And we're talking about sons and daughters of veterans. And people have a different way of thinking. It's more about the national interest. And it's also about getting rid of the corruption. Even in the media, when you see Fox News after the debate, wow, these people are so for Jeb Bush or Marco. And they only just invite the people that really hate Donald Trump. Why? Because Fox News is equally beholden to rich donors and Saudis and some Australian pervert. So the voters will decide. But when this myth is shattered, I will laugh, because that would really shock a lot of people. You know, Donald Trump, he came out with all these things that may sound they're coming from the left, but you know, over the last decade, these things have been coming from the right also, especially from the libertarians. So it's nothing new, but the difference is in 2016, this is the prevailing view of the whole Iraq war thing. Why get rid of Gaddafi, who was neutered? Why wasn't there a way to neuter Saddam Hussein? Why is it necessary to get rid of Assad? Because you see what happened in Libya. Now these maniacs are there, and ISIS is there, and Iraq is completely messed up. If it's not Iranians, it's ISIS. And so what? Now Obama wants the same in Syria? It's insane. It's insanity. You know, when you create chaos, that is when you can install socialism or whatnot. And that's rules for radicals. So Barack Obama is community organizing in the Middle East. But you know what? The Bushes, the Mccain, Lindsey Graham, they're going along with exactly what Obama's doing. And that's why it's all garbage. It has to be thrown out.